Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Screenie. Ellen DeGeneres has been one of the most successful daytime show hosts for over a decade, and A-list celebrities never say no to her call. Her show is offbeat, lighthearted, and family-friendly, and it doesn't spark controversy very often. Some of her guests, though, still manage to get in trouble after sitting down with Ellen and saying or doing certain things they probably shouldn't have. Now let's take a look at 10 times Ellen DeGeneres guests went too far. Before we replay some of the most controversial moments on Ellen, make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing videos about your favorite movies and TV shows. Number 10. Kanye West. Daytime television is rarely controversial, but Kanye West is one of those people who have a rare talent of doing something scandalous everywhere he appears. That's what happened during his interview on Ellen's show back in 2016. Things started completely innocently, as the two of them discussed Kanye's son Saint and his family. After a while, it transformed into a total train wreck as he started rambling about asking Mark Zuckerberg to invest millions in his big ideas. Ellen couldn't believe what she was seeing as Kanye continued his long rant that contained a series of legendary lines including "We're one race, the human race, one civilization, we're a blip in the existence of the universe and we're constantly trying to pull each other down." Ellen let him go on, and she just sat there motionless and watched in awe, unable to interrupt his endless monologue. Kanye finished by saying, "I'm sorry, daytime television, I'm sorry for the realness." And the host joked it's not daytime TV anymore because his lecture went on forever. Number 9. Kim Burrell. There's only one person who was officially banned from appearing on Ellen's show, and her name is Kim Burrell. This gospel singer was relatively unknown at the time she was supposed to sit down and chat with DeGeneres, but Ellen's decision to exclude her from the show made the headlines. So why did the popular host make such a controversial choice? Her fans launched an online petition to cancel her appearance on the show after Burrell made a series of homophobic comments during one of her sermons. Wendy Williams, who worked with Burrell on the soundtrack for Hidden Figures, took her spot and discussed her past behavior. The Grammy winner described her as a great singer, but said there's no space, there's no room for any kind of prejudice in 2017 and moving on. Burrell never apologized for her remarks about perverted homosexual spirits and tried defending herself by saying that God loves everyone but hates sin and anything that goes against the nature. Naturally, Ellen didn't feel like giving her a platform to spread her beliefs, and Burrell's name was never mentioned on the show again. Number 8. Caitlyn Jenner. After Caitlyn Jenner came out as transgender, Ellen invited her on the show, believing it will be a meeting of the minds. It turned out Jenner wasn't the LGBT ally she was hoping to encounter, and the two women didn't manage to find the common ground after the issue of gay marriage came up. To Ellen's surprise, the reality show star proclaims she's a traditionalist and believes marriage should be between a man and woman. Ellen addressed this controversy during an interview with Howard Stern when she admitted Jenner didn't even want to dance with her like most of her guests do. She just didn't get a reaction, because Caitlyn wanted people to understand and accept her, but wasn't ready to do the same for others and was quick to judge gay people. When her memoir, The Secrets of My Life, came out, Jenner accused Ellen of further alienating her from members of the LGBTQ community by taking her words out of context. Number 7. John McCain. Caitlyn wasn't the only celebrity who got into trouble after proclaiming her opposition to same-sex marriage on Ellen. Same thing happens when Republican Senator John McCain appeared on the show and had a big discussion about his views on the topic. Their conversation wasn't extremely heated because McCain managed to keep a professional demeanor and DeGeneres was aware of his convictions even before he took the seat. The senator stated he believes in the unique status of marriage between man and woman, but added some sort of legal agreement should exist between gay couples. Ellen said that having a contract and insurance like he was suggesting didn't feel inclusive because gay couples still didn't get the same things and the same wording as straight couples. She made a few sound arguments, but that wasn't enough to change McCain's mind. He wished her all the happiness, but said they'll have to keep having a respectful disagreement when it comes to this issue. Number 6. Giada De Laurentiis. When Food Network chef Giada De Laurentiis made an appearance on Ellen alongside Nicole Kidman, she was there to teach the two women how to cook a few of her favorite Italian dishes. What she did instead was make everyone feel extremely uncomfortable. De Laurentiis kicked things off by asking Kidman if she's ever made meatballs in her life, and offended Ellen by comparing her meatball to dog food. As this segment went on, she kept making fun of their cooking abilities and talking over the two women the whole time. It was obvious the Australian actress was trying very hard to keep her cool, but her attempts were never good enough for the professional cook. The next time De Laurentiis appeared on Ellen, she tried to redeem herself, but it turned out the awkward tension between her and Kidman wasn't the only reason why the segment was hard to watch. Number 5. Kamala Harris. Ellen's show rarely gets political, but when it does, her guests usually make the headlines. That's exactly what happens when the Senator Kamala Harris appeared on the show and made an innocent joke the Republicans took extremely seriously. Harris was seen playing 20 questions with the host, but some of her answers didn't impress the viewers at home. After being asked if she would rather be stuck in an elevator with President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, the senator answered by saying, "Does one of us have to come out alive?" Harris, DeGeneres, and the audience members burst into laughter. But not everyone thought joking about the president's death was that funny. Some of Ellen's more conservative viewers freaked out after she made this comment and called out the senator by saying no one would be laughing if one of these politicians made the same joke about her. Number 4. Wendy Williams. Mainstream media often pitted Ellen and Wendy Williams against each other, since they're both successful female talk show hosts. They branded them as rivals, and it was even reported Williams is at war with Ellen and other daytime hosts, trying to secure more A-list guests. When the fellow TV host appeared on her show a few years ago, the audience expected there's going to be some tension between them. And that's exactly what they got. Ellen branded her as mean right away by asking has she always been that outspoken and if she gets into trouble for saying bad things about people. Williams stood her ground and defended herself the best way she knew how. But during her next appearance on Ellen, it was obvious she wasn't too crazy about being there. The two ladies tried to ease the tension during a friendly round of heads up, but the game ended when Williams compared DeGeneres to Justin Bieber. Number 3. Jennifer Lawrence. Jennifer Lawrence has been America's sweetheart back in the day, but she ruffled some feathers with a couple of ignorant remarks over the years. One of the early examples was during her interview with Ellen back in 2012 when the two ladies discussed Jennifer's new pet. The young actress thought it would be hilarious to share the story about her cat she renamed Chaz Bono because it had such a masculine energy. Lawrence explained her flawed logic by saying she automatically assumed it was a female cat, because normally dogs are boys and cats are girls. Some of the people were upset after seeing this segment because they felt like it trivializes transgender issues. To make things even worse, the whole thing happened on Transgender Day of Remembrance. Jennifer and Ellen probably weren't trying to offend anyone on purpose, but they should have figured this segment about a cat named after a prominent transgender figure isn't really the best idea. Number 2. Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner didn't even have to make controversial statements to be put on Ellen's no-no list. According to the sources close to the show, the young Instagram star came to the set with a long list of diva demands that had everyone rolling their eyes. It doesn't even come as a surprise that Kylie wanted to use her own hair and makeup team, but some of her requests were seriously over the top. One dressing room apparently wasn't enough to accommodate her glam squad, so the young reality star reportedly demanded 2. As if that wasn't enough, she also asked for 2 VIP parking spots because she didn't feel like walking from the parking lot to the studio, which is less than a block away. It was also reported Kylie requested not to be asked about Tyga, but DeGeneres didn't seem to care and brought him up anyway. The encounter seemed uncomfortable for both, and some of the sources said it looked like she's competing for the diva status with her big sister Kim, who also has an outrageous list of demands every time she appears on the show. Number 1. Donald Trump. Donald Trump is one of those people who didn't even have to be invited on Ellen's show before being banned forever. Like many other celebrities, the famous talk show host took a firm stance against the current president of the United States and expressed disapproval of his behavior. Ellen said she would never invite him on the show because he's against everything that she stands for and doesn't believe she could change his mind. In her opinion, Trump already gets enough attention and has a way of getting his message across without her help. DeGeneres added she doesn't want to give him a platform because she admires all of her guests in some way but can't say the same thing about Trump. The Emmy winner stated she considers him not only dangerous for the country but to the world as a whole, and that's not the kind of person she would want to waste her time on. Thank you very much for watching today's video. Make sure to subscribe to our channel for more amazing content, and don't forget to check out one of the other 2 videos on your screen.